This speech was originally written for a English test, but I decided to share it with everyone. COVID-19 has taken over the world. I remember just over a year ago being at school and having the simple choice of touch, but that changed quicker than you could expect. And I remember going home for spring break, having the simple expectation of being in those doors no more than 2 weeks later. But then the numbers got worse and worse. I never stepped foot in that building again. I remember writing a journal, being surprised at numbers that are a fraction of what we see today. But now I can expect these numbers, and it would be naive to hope to get those numbers again today. I remember the first time someone my family knew died. That had never happened while I've been alive. Whereas now, every few months someone new. My father's aunt, my grandpa's friend, a family friend's father. I searched up on one group chat and found more than 10 different people. That's 10 different lives that are connected to my family. And yes, I do have a big family, but that's still just wrong. Most of the time I don't know them, but on March 2nd, I did know someone. I remember a person in my family who I saw no more than a few months ago. How she insisted we meet. Little did I or any of my family know it would be the last time we would meet her. I remember checking how many cases and deaths there were. Now I don't as much, but every once in a while I do. 115 times a million have had it. 65 times a million are okay. 2.5 times a million will never be okay. And I can guarantee without a second thought it will change in hours, and I can guarantee more people will die, and I can guarantee that the numbers will still go up and down, and I can guarantee I will be checking in a few days. Because it might not be a problem for you, but it is for some people who aren't as fortunate. Because some fathers will never hug their babies again, because some children will lose their parents, and because some people will lose their best friends. I remember a book that was read to me in 3rd grade. It was called What If Everybody Did That? And I think of some people who choose not to wear a mask, and I think of people who don't think this pandemic is an issue, because what if everybody did that? What if everybody stopped wearing masks? A simple task that can literally save lives. What if everyone thought it was not an issue, and they don't need to follow simple rules? Wash your hands, wear a mask, stay a few feet apart. Why is that just so difficult for some people? I heard something inspirational once, and I'm going to use it today. There was a child, and they wanted to change the world, but they couldn't. So they said they would change their nation, but couldn't do that either. So he said he would change his town, but he couldn't. So he said he would change his family, but he couldn't do that either. So he made changes himself, and that inspired his family to change, which inspired his town, eventually his nation, and then he caused positive change for many people around the world. I love that story, for 2 reasons actually. It shows that your actions do have an impact, and it shows that you should not give up. And I understand that for some people, COVID would be simple. I understand it's not a big deal for everyone, but other people need to understand that some people are different. I may have a good immune system and no problems that would give me extra risk. But if I got it, I could give it. My father has very high risk. So yeah, it would be a big deal. My grandparents are at high risk, so yeah, it would be a big deal. Now, I don't want everyone who listens to changes their lives. They wear bodysuits and they get tested every week. No, I just want people to be careful. That can literally save lives, and I don't think that's too much to ask. So please, stay safe, stay careful, stay happy, and keep other people healthy and alive. A final note. Since I wrote the first draft of this speech no more than a week ago, there have been 5 million more cases. There have been 2.5 million people to recover, but there has also been 200,000 more people to lose their lives. And that is the speech that I wrote for my English test. I got pretty good grades for it, but it was definitely not the best in my class. There was one girl who definitely did better than me. And yeah, but I hope this gets a message across that there are these simple things, and although they might be annoying, like it might be annoying for me to go to PE and breathe with a mask covering my face, it might be annoying to have to sanitize my hands every time I touch something that someone else has touched, but it does make a difference and it does help some people. So I'm not going to beg people to share this speech with everyone in the world, and I'm not going to beg for you to like it. I'm not going to beg for you to subscribe to me, because normally I do fan fictions, and this was just a one-time speech. Maybe I'll do more speeches in the future if you guys want it. But I do hope that people see what I'm trying to say, and if there is someone that you know has been affected by COVID, then I hope that you are good to them and all of that stuff, and I hope that you're doing okay, and I hope that they are doing okay. And if there's someone who doesn't see COVID as an issue and you think it's wrong, send this to them. Because if I can make a difference in one person, then my goal has been achieved. I hope that this has given some people a new perspective, and I know it's not the normal type of video that I do, but I feel strongly about this, and there are many things I feel strongly about. So if there's anything that you people want me to write a speech about just so you can influence people, please feel free to ask, because there are many issues in the world, and I will have to live with them because I am barely a teenager. I've just become a teenager this year, and it is me and the rest of my friends, and it's going to be us who has to deal with it. So yes, I care, and I hope I've shown you something. I will see you tomorrow for hopefully a lighter video. And yeah, thank you for watching or sending this to someone else, because I hope that someone has had a new perspective on things.